Well, what a year it's been, and moreover, what a month, with plenty of ebbing and flowing in the stock market based on favorable earnings, yet hawkish Federal Reserve remarks. Nonetheless, today, I want to table all the macro talk and actually just break down all the dividend income that I received throughout the month of November. Not only because I just haven't updated you on my personal portfolio in quite some time, but most importantly for me is just to show all of you that dividend investing just works. With that, let's dive right in. Now, right off the bat, I want you to know that I haven't been adding any funds into my account recently, nor pulling the trigger on executing any trades, so what you're really about to discover is the sheer power of sitting tight, holding strong, and of course, allowing a dividend reinvestment tap to drip away for more profits, bringing my brokerage account to $128,713.34 as of this recording. Not too shabby considering just months ago when the market was in complete panic mode, I was below $120,000. Anyhow, I just have to say it here. I love dividend investing because I really don't have to do all too much. And a matter of fact, during November, I was blessed with 6 dividend paychecks without even lifting a finger. And today, I'm breaking down each of those dividend stocks for you. And of course, I'm going to also be giving my 2 cents on those stocks, whether they're a buy or my game plan with them. So let's rewind back to the 1st of November, where we had our first dividend paycheck come in. It came in from Darden Restaurants, ticker symbol DRI, which is a restaurant operator in the United States, managing some of the most popular restaurants like Olive Garden, the Longhorn Steakhouse, the Capitol Grill, and Eddie V's. Now, honestly, it has been one heck of an investment for me, and one that I shared to put on your radar over the last couple of months because it slid just to the lows of $134 per share. But as you can see, since soared to over $159 per share, yet with a P below 20 here at 19.9. However, I do want you to understand that it's the growth potential with Darden that excites me, with over 361% over the last decade. And the way that I see it, as long as Olive Garden's breadsticks are served, the Capitol Grill's steaks are sauteed with those mushrooms, or the freshest of fish fillets are served at Eddie V's, Darden will be in business. But am I a buyer right now? No. Moreover, it looks like the latest from insiders have been sells on top of hedge funds that have actually also been offloading shares as of last quarter. But this all very well just may now be another buying opportunity in due time, which I would definitely buy more Darden shares. Either way, as of right now, I received $7.13 for owning just 5 shares thanks to Darden's dividend yield coming in at 3.28%. Next up, we'll jump to the 15th of the month for our real estate payday. Now, the first dividend paycheck came in from Stag Industrial. That's ticker symbol STAG, which I actually sold out of entirely, and I received the final dividend this past month. But for those of you who don't know, Stag Industrial is a REIT that operates warehouses and other types of industrial properties. My initial investment into Stag was based on my thesis that the future will deal more and more in e-commerce. Now, that thesis to invest into Stag Industrial hasn't changed, and I think we're heading in that direction. However, I sold out of Stag Industrial because, well, I'm just working to diligently trim down my portfolio and invest capital where I really see fit. I had 29 total shares worth of Stag last month, cut that down to half, and then sold out of it entirely. And this is not to say that I think Stag Industrial is a bad investment or a bad business, though I do want to say it did struggle over the last few years here, and we can see that so with their share price sliding, as well as pessimism from insiders, as we just had 5 days ago insiders selling on top of hedge funds that sold out of Stag Industrial as well. But here are where my real concerns come in. It's with this dividend. That dividend growth rate remains incredibly low at just 0.7%, but to their credit, a 4.04% dividend yield. So take it for what it is here. I gratefully received $1.85. And now, before I break down my REIT of choice, if you are getting value from this video and want to join me on this journey to $200,000, be sure that you're subscribed, because we're going to have to be on this trek and journey together. With that, we're going to get to it here with Realty Income, ticker symbol O, which is every dividend investor's favorite monthly payer as a net lease solutions REIT that was honestly beaten down by the scares of interest rate hikes, and that caused the stock to plummet. Still to this day, down by over 10% in the year, trading for just $54 per share. Now, I do believe that we will be in an environment in which rates are going to remain elevated for some time, and Realty Income will take time to recover. However, recover it will. Analysts seem to be on the same page there, predicting nearly 8% worth of upside, at least in the near term, to just under $60 per share. But have a look here at what smart money has been doing, because they've been buying more shares hand over fist worth of Realty Income. And if you're invested for the long term, as they grow their real estate portfolio globally, there will be a continued appreciation. Just over the last decade alone, over 137% worth of appreciation. But here we are today. I'm banking $28.78 for owning 114 shares, thanks to that dividend coming in at 5.63%. Next up, a dividend paycheck from the one, the only Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, which really doesn't need any sort of introduction whatsoever, but I will share with you that I am, at least when it comes to the Magnificent Seven, Apple all day, every single day, and remain incredibly excited about Apple's future. But am I a buyer right now? No, not by a long shot, because we're seeing that it's peaking up here at some of the highest of highs, trading for $191 per share. That's 53+% up here year to date, at a PE ratio coming in at 31+. Perhaps, if anything, in due time, I'm just going to collect profits. I mean, heck, that's what insiders are doing, as we can see here, over $25 million worth of shares sold by insiders from Chris Kondo, the CAO, 3 days ago, along with a senior vice president. Now, Apple, if you're younger, perhaps is just the hold, given we have a 10-year chart here with nearly 1,000% worth of growth. What am I doing? Probably nothing, right now at least, but sitting pretty with 114 Apple shares of mine, which allowed me to receive $30.64 thanks to Apple's growing dividend yield here, coming in at 0.5% as we speak. Now, closing out the month with the individual stocks, we had Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX, who shelled out a very sugary sweet dividend. And while I know I don't need to share much about the company, I do want to speak to what I think about this opportunity, or how it will play out, at least for me on my end, my opinion on Starbucks. First, I want you to notice that it isn't exactly up this year. It's in the green here by 0.45% year to date, and I actually sold out of some shares here around $106 per share. Of course, I did that in my Roth IRA for tax purposes, but I ultimately like to come back around here if it were to hit the 90s. After all, insiders actually sold on the same day as me, interestingly enough. But what I like about Starbucks is that you can actually play those short-term swings or be long on it, as hedge funds are, as we see plenty of smart money moves, though the insiders again were selling. As for me, this was another position that, again, I didn't have the largest position with it, so I figured it's not my core 10 to 12. It's all right to sell some shares either way. I currently just hold 8 shares worth of Starbucks as of this video. That allowed me to collect $11.66 that hit my settlement fund, thanks to their dividend yield coming in at 2.3%. But now, long-term investors, keep in mind that this beautiful 10.35 dividend growth rate is amazing. Now, I did receive $27.83 just for having money in a settlement fund. That brings my total here to $107.89. They're jumping right into the dividend tracker. I want to go ahead and input November's dividends. We can certainly see that our dividend snowball is rolling right along, which will ultimately top us off at a new record come the end of December. But stay tuned for that and that big portfolio breakdown come January. This is all just now the community effort here, so I'd love to know how much dividend income you brought in during the month of November, the top 3 largest payouts that you received. Now, if you're looking to receive more dividend insights from me or on this channel, discover them right here, or you could just hit that subscribe button and ensure you never miss a single new dividend stock video.